Hello, welcome all of you here once again in another session, and we started now. Before I start, just a quick glance that we have this champion sale which ends tonight, 2 times validity and 45% off. We'll discuss in the end. Let's start the test. That was a good one with some variations literally disturbing. Here we go. Reducing brightness so that it becomes clearer for you. Much better. Okay, 20 questions I thought were super easy, while those last 5 or 6 took a bit of extra time. Let's go straight. So, hamper is correctly spelled. Carnage is correctly spelled. Cancel, all of us know the spelling of cancel with an E, not A. Emblem is also correct. So, for sure, cancel. Let's go for a walk, he said. He suggested blank space. I have taught this. Let me teach that again. Suggest has those 5-6 variations. In the active voice, it takes an ing. He suggested going there. In the passive voice, he was suggested to go there. Active voice, ing. Passive voice, infinitive. He suggested a good plan, idea, strategy is all correct. But he suggested me, trust me, is not correct. He suggested to me is correct. He suggested that he go to school. It takes the present subjunctive mood also. Will be sufficient in my opinion. In the active voice, suggest takes ing, gerund. In the passive voice, along with the others, it takes an infinitive. So he suggested going, possible, impossible, V1, impossible, to ing, not in this list. Repetition, I would say. Few weeks ago, we had the same. Seal. I'm sure we know the mammal. Let me say mammal as an English teacher. I don't know that much pretty if that's a mammal or not in biology or what. For me, a mammal. Okay. Noticed a large seal resting on the rocks near water also, seas also. The seal balanced a ball on the nose. Okay. The animal can, or the mammal can. The injured seal, once again the mammal, was rescued by the volunteers. A young seal followed the mother into the water, once again the same. But here, hey, put sign and seal on this. Seal and sign. That's the odd one out, stamped on the document. Not the animal can be stamped on the document, or the mammal. Has to be the homonym. Doubts, welcome. He had given me only 1 week's leave of absence, yet a month blank space before I left the company. First of all, this sentence belongs to past, had given. Should be in past. This is V1, impossible for a singular subject. Omitted. 1 month passed by. Time passes by, let me say, the simple proverb or phrasal verb we have, which we don't have here. Time passes by. Pass would have been correct, but that is grammatically wrong. Omitted, time is not omitted when you say 1 month. Incensed, sticks, worshipping with. Elapse, yes. Time elapses, time passes by, the most appropriate as per the options given. Objections heartily welcome. Adversity is anything like disaster. The antonym should be a positive word. Suffering, synonym. Sorrow, synonym. Awareness, I won't say synonym, but not the antonym, because the problem going on, now it's all well. Comfort, the only positive one in the options. That was good one. Feel the time and tense you can eliminate. He is believed to know. That means he knows. We believe so. People believe so and such. People are believing. It doesn't have an ing tone. People believe, yes, that he knew. We too. But that's present tense and it is present tense. You can't mention past for this. No. Not the first one, not the second one. It is believed people know more about this talks than he has. It is believed is still passive. Is there a possibility we can transform this in active? People believe, and just a sec. Fine, it is believed. People know more? No, no. The veteran knows more. This is wrong. Sorry. Although the fourth option is not visible on the page, but since all the options are wrong, the fourth one has to be correct. And that is correct. People believe, yes, people believe. That's why we say he is believed to do something. People believe that the veteran knows more about this than he has. All appropriate. If you think I should repeat this, if you feel so, tell me, I will. Superlative, ER, comparative. Smoothliest, okay, if I consider for a sec that it is correct, but superlatives take the definite article the, which is present here, not present here. More, comparative, comparative, most appropriate. The most, superlative. She lives in Delhi since. Since and for are used not in indefinite or continuous tenses, in perfect or perfect continuous tenses. She has been living in Delhi. Your natural answer, mine too. She lived? No. Was living? Impossible. Will have lived? Possible, but a better choice. In future, we don't use since, we use from. So that's the most appropriate choice. Perfect or perfect continuous tenses, take that since and for. Since for starting point of time, for the period of time. She almost complete packing where the doorbell rang. Where is not a conjunction, either an interrogative adverb or a relative adverb. It's not the interrogative or the relative because we don't have any antecedent which shows time here. Place here. Place, I'm sorry, not time. Actually, what we need is time. I was packing. I almost completed packing when the doorbell rang. So it's time expression which is required here. No place or reason or manner. No relative pronoun either. Just the conjunction. No relative pronoun. No relative adverb. Just a conjunction to connect two sentences. Neither or. I think we should click this in seconds. 5 seconds only. Because if you come across neither, he, or, need not read the sentence further. That's not a blunder. That's not a mistake. That's a blunder. Doubts, please, if any. I invited them, but both of them are not. I remember both is not used in a negative case. Both is not used in a negative sense. So both are not, both is not used in a negative sense. Each may not be used for two, and the sentence is positive. Each of him, I'm sorry, this is impossible. When we say each or every, things have to be many. Just one cannot say each and every for just one. So each of him, impossible. Neither of them is, makes sense. What's the last one? No improvement. Must be there. Both, everyone who doesn't know this, is not used in a negative sense. I repeat, both is not used in a negative sense. So that's impossible. So far, we haven't come across anything that is something new that will take your time. I finished, I'm not showing off, probably in 4-5 minutes, all those 20 questions, including RC. Then the parajumble and some of those took a lot time. The much anticipated, forget about that, a damp squib. Let's derive this. Damp is wet, having moisture, water. Squib is a firecracker. And if a firecracker, if we put water on it, is wet or has moisture, it won't explode. You light it up and it'll be psss. not producing the expected outcome it was supposed to be. So, failure, flog a dead horse, futile result, no result at all, or less than the expectations. An event that creates excitement, it's not positive. Leads to success, it's not positive. Creating confusion, not confusion, but not producing the desired result. A situation that turns out to be less effective than expected. Yes. Or futile result, no result at all. PS is something which is sacred, related to the Almighty. I am worshipping, so something which is PS is sacred, holy in simple words if I say. Religious, synonym. Devote, synonym. Staunch, synonym. Faithless, obviously that's a negative one, has to be the antonym. Few phrases, iconic on Indian highways, horn okay, please, painted in bright colors, symbol of India's road culture. Millions encounter it every day. The meaning is mysterious, subject of debate. One such says during the 40s, World War II, fuel shortages in British India, some commercial vehicles had to operate on kerosene, more volatile than diesel, so on kerosene, okay, to alert the others to maintain a safe distance and announce their presence while overtaking. Over time, it was shortened, just okay, between horn and okay, please, no on kerosene. However, there is no definitive evidence to confirm this explanation. Several other theories also exist. I remember 2, 3 such. Regardless, it became deeply embedded in Indian trucking culture, reflecting navigating through crowded roads where honking serves as a means of communication. 2015 Maharashtra government banned the phrase, arguing creating noise pollution. Okay. So which captures the central idea? It was originated during the Second World War. Yes, it did. And remains unchanged. No, it said little evidence. So we can't say this. Phrase reflects India's road culture. Yes, where it means it serves as a means of communication. Despite uncertainty about the origin. Yes. That's what is mentioned in the passage. Several theories exist and there is no evidence about that explanation. Despite that, regardless of the origin, this line we can answer here. Regardless of the origin, it became deeply embedded in our trucking culture, showing reality of navigating through a crowd where honking serves as a means of communication. Yes, appropriate. Need not check the other options when you have come across the exact one. Doubts, please, if any. Which of the following can be inferred? Honking plays a functional role in navigating congested roads in India. Yes. Need not check the others again. Honking is deeply embedded in Indian trucking culture, showing practical reality of navigating crowded roads where honking serves as a means of communication. Yes, it is. Need not check the others when you have the precise one. However, let me say something. Nowadays, we have sectional timing. I answered all these in seconds. I took probably 1 minute or 2 minutes when I wasn't sure because we have sectional timing. I have to spend these 15 minutes on English only. Can't do anything. So where you are unsure, take time. Where you are damn sure with your practice and perseverance, no assumptions or speculations, please, there you can go ahead saving time. But time we have, so need not be in a hurry that can cause any problem for you. If you are so sure from the passage, you have evidence, you can click. Why does the author mention the Second World War in the passage? Second World War, one of the theories he was willing to mention. To explain how wartime fuel shortages, no. Fuel shortage affected global trade? No. Introduce a popular theory regarding the origin of the phrase? Yes. During World War, 1940s, wartime demands this and that. So according to this account, trucks carried this to alert this and that. Over time, the phrase was shortened. However, there is no evidence to confirm that explanation. Yes, he mentioned one of the etymologies, one of the origins of the phrase "okay, please," which is supported by the passage. The phrase was officially introduced by British administration. Can't see this by British or by Indian or American. Historians have established the origin. No evidence such. Maharashtra government prohibited the phrase. Yes, in the end, it is clearly mentioned that Maharashtra government banned the phrase on commercial vehicles. Uh, Title, noise pollution? No, just it has been mentioned slightly in the end, only and only for Maharashtra government, not for all. However, it is rooted in Indian trucking culture. So we can't say noise pollution is emphasized throughout the passage. Wartime transportation in British India has to be all from past. It's not showing wartime or anything such. That was the history or the origin we reflected on. The rise and decline of commercial trucking culture. No, it's about the phrase, horn okay, please. Few phrases are iconic. Talking about some phrase. Horn okay, please. The mystery behind a highway phrase. Yes, that has been emphasized throughout the passage. This is something which cost me some time. In a world where the principles of human rights form the bedrock of societal progress, individuals are empowered to live with dignity, equality, freedom. When I read all the sentences, I realized these three are the fundamental rights. We can demonstrate saying these fundamental rights, what? Dignity, live with dignity, live with equality, live with freedom. They serve as the beacon guiding us towards a just, justice, and inclusive global community. As we navigate the complexities of our interconnected world, the pursuit of human rights stand as a collective commitment. It's a call to action reminding us to champion. Fine, fine, fine. I think AD is the most appropriate option elimination here. No AD in the first one, no AD in the second one, no AD in the third one, AD, and that too in the beginning. And then B and then C. B, yes, as we navigate. D starting with a pronoun, no objection. However, I took a lot of time to be sure, but after all, that was the most appropriate choice, and that's correct. AD, available in just one, these demonstrating those three fundamental rights. Feel free if there is any objection. Synonym of the italicized word. Transparent. Synonym secret? No. Confusing? No. Deceptive? Not at all. Clear. Transparent glasses we have, we can see everything clearly. That was the most difficult question of the passage. I don't know why I wasted 1 or 2 minutes probably for this. The inquiry suggested he did not argue openly. Instead, he relied on a deceptive device to conceal his real intention. Which word fits best? Strategy, yes, stratagem. Scheme, plan, pretext? No, just pretending to be someone else. But he didn't argue openly. He relied on a deceptive device. Somewhat close. I can't say not correct. Subterfuge is also similar such, and that's precise one. When I got the answer correct, I realized yes, that has to be the precise one. Overture or whatever it is, I was not aware of this. For thinking for minutes, I clicked C, and fortunately that was correct. I might have been wrong. Let's see the meaning. Subterfuge means a deceitful method, device used to hide one's true purpose. Deceptive and concealing his real intention to be most appropriate. Stratagem means a strategy, plan, tactic, often clever, but doesn't carry the strong sense of concealment or deceit. protects, pretend. False reason offered as justification, not the deceptive device intended here. I don't know this fourth one. It means overture or overture, whatever the pronunciation is. An opening proposal or approach. So that should be a positive one, not the deceptive one. Yes. Overture means an opening proposal or approach. Okay. So that was the most difficult one in my opinion. Ceremony. Hey, celebrations. Opening ceremony. But unceremonious. Not celebrating. Rude. Offensive. Informal. Okay. Ineffable cannot be expressed into words. Not related to ceremonies and all. Incomplete can't be ceremonious or unceremonious. Impolite is rude. Politeness. Impolite is rude, and that is also rude, so should be the synonym. Partiality is not related to ceremonies and good. Very good. Not at all easy. The old building was, phrasal verbs. Blank space to make room for a new shopping complex. Twin towers 2-3 years ago in Noida, they were pulled down, which is to demolish. And when you say the building was demolished, makes sense. Pull over, taking your handbrake. Hey, you take a car to the sideways when a police or someone is approaching such. Taking a car to its halt, stopping on the highways is to pull over. Pull through, I'm not aware of. Pull out is to take your name out of some competition or something. I decided to go on that, but later on I pulled out my name or pulled my name out. Remove yourself or your name from that. Pull through, let's see this one. The answer is pull down for sure. Pull through. Pulled down, demolish. Pull over, move a vehicle to the side of the road, exactly. Pull through, recover from illness, okay. Pull through is to recover from illness or difficulty. Pull out, withdraw or leave a place or take your name back. He pulled out. The sudden departure, antonym, arrival. That's it. When I teach a number of ways to transform verbs into their noun forms, I teach this. Arrive, arrival. Propose, proposal. Dismiss, dismissal. And depart, departure. Press, pressure. Legislate, legislature. So straight synonyms. Arrival of a train, departure of a train, all of us have heard. Train, plane, etc. So departure, arrival, no delay, exit. Need not check the other options when you are so sure about the exact antonym or synonym. And the last, but the least one, let's say. They organized a cleanup effort to remove. If you want to clean, you should be removing vast, that's majority. Waste. Waste, of course, no vest or anything such. Cleaning the waste. Done. Thanks a lot for being here. That's all from my side. Before we finish, let me show you once again that each and every test at Oliveboard has this sectional timing on. Make use of it. SSC has introduced sectional timing and you got to be making use of it in order to be competitive in the real examination. Practice as much as you can. And before we finish, let me show you that we have this offer, Champions Sale. One can grab 40% off and 2 times validity, 45% off also on any of these. SSC Lite, Elite, Super Elite, SSC plus Railways Elite, whichever you wish to opt for. What's included, what's not is clearly mentioned here. We suggest Super Elite, in which everything is included. The running courses, the upcoming courses, courses for Tier 1, courses for Tier 2, which will be included in this. Need not buy again. For all examinations conducted by SSC like CGL, CHSL, CPO, MTS and others with 2000 plus tests, mocks, PYQs, etc. Flat 45% off and 2 times validity. Can check before you leave. And if you are preparing for SSC and railway examinations together, can opt for SSC plus railway, Super Elite also including everything in railway stream, everything in SSC stream. Thank you. See you tomorrow at the same time here to resume the proceedings, to discuss parajumbles. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Take care. Be safe, everyone. See you.